We know why we're here. To design the future of flight, inside and out.
To build tomorrow's technology in amazing ways.
And reshape the science of aerospace forever.
Around the globe, the people of Boeing are working together for the dreams of generations to come.
That's why we're here.
Talk too much. I can't believe that they get to say.
Joseph Lieberman,
Richard Lugar,
Patrick Leahy,
James Clyburn, Peter King, Michael Chertoff.
Michael Chertoff.
Michael Chertoff.
Michael Chertoff.
We do not have at this point specific credible intelligence that there is an attack focused, particular attack focused in this country. We do, however, view the summer as a period of special vulnerability. Unfortunately, I believe we're going to see more vehicle bombs and more backpack bombs as we've seen in Europe, and it's something we have to be mindful of in this country. I don't know that I'd go so far as to say that Iraq specifically is an incubator for training. What I do think we see in Iraq is a laboratory for techniques.
They have cameras all over London and other of their major cities. We've got some in New York. We've got an extensive program beginning in Chicago. I think it's just common sense to do that here.
If they didn't like some comment that you made on NBC, they could then go without any warrant, wiretap your phone, check out your bank accounts, surveil you. Well, we don't want that in America.
Even if I had no contact with someone overseas?
Even if you had no contact with someone overseas.
Are we headed to a constitutional crisis?
I would hope not. That's why I say they've chosen confrontation rather than compromise or cooperation.
Would you go that far?
If they don't cooperate, yes, I'd go that far.
Well, it failed because the president failed.
The reason it died is because the American people spoke out, and the president did try to deliver, but he couldn't.
I think we're going to say to the members of Congress who think they have a better way that they should produce legislation and pass legislation, which they have not done for the past 2 years. They've tried enforcement only. That didn't pass. We've tried comprehensive. That stalled.
This takes this duck into a lot lamer territory, certainly on domestic policy. I'm going to draw a distinction between the domestic issue and the national security issue.
That's probably going to flip New Mexico back to the Democrats, and then you got Florida. And that's where this thing could really, really hurt the Republicans, because if they lose Florida, there is no path, there is no electoral college path to win the White House.
But the point of the surge was to give time for the Iraqi politicians to work out the constitutional elements, not only the oil law, but the local elections, a whole raft of things. They're not going to be able to do that. The president probably has the authority, if he wishes, to pursue right out to the end of his term a full-blown surge or whatever he wants to do.
Am I right in
so that we don't have one dogfight after another and a presidential campaign based on Iraq, which is unlikely to come out very well in terms of the president's point of view.
In Iraq, we've got the enemy on the run, but for some reason in Washington, a lot of politicians are on the run to order a retreat by our troops.
First of all, I agree with Senator Lieberman, his analysis of the war. What we will know in September is whether or not the surge is beginning to work.
What's the House going to do about Iraq, Congressman?
Well, we're going to try again. As you know, we did pass a bill to redeploy our troops, and the president vetoed that bill. And so then we are going to try again next month, or this month, when we get back. I do believe we can still be successful in Iraq, but it has to be done politically.
When I make my decision, it's only a personal decision. It's going to be based on questions that are both foreign and domestic. But so far, I would say that the Democratic candidates in the larger questions of American security have been disappointing.
About 30 people who were assembled came in overwhelmingly prepared to support Barack Obama. They left feeling that Hillary Clinton, as evidenced by the line you just saw her deliver so well, they left feeling that she had hands down won the debate.
If Iraq is in the windshield in 2008 rather than the rearview mirror, there will be very serious problems for the Republicans. But I don't believe that that will be the case.
wiggle it just a little bit. Wiggle it just a little bit.
Talk too much. I can't believe the things that you say.
Brought to you by the Boeing Company.